Alrighty, let's do some maintenance on the B1, or the B1. It's a lowercase e, so I think it's going to be called a B1, not a BE1. Anyways, I was just looking around in here. I want to do the spark plugs, the wires, distributor cap, rotor, the air filter. I want to do the oil pressure sensor if I can, because that's way down there. I probably can't do this right this moment, but maybe later. But I just discovered something here. Look at this zip tie. That's a zip tie right there. And look, I think somebody changed the valve cover gasket and just pinched that into that. Because that is way stuck under that valve cover. Really nice. I got a nice little box of stuff from Rock Auto because this is Nissan Micra. And then I also have a nice air filter from Japan. So let's start with the easy stuff here. This is a little bolt. I guess some cars might have a wing nut here, but this one's a little nut. Not too bad. Gonna line up the two arrows, make sure that's straight. Tighten that back down, you're good to go. Next up are the spark plugs. So I'm gonna do the spark plugs first, then I'll do the wires to not mix them up. They're actually okay. They're not corroded or anything. I don't know if they're worn out or whatnot. Let's see what that spark plug looks like. Working with this hood corner right in my face here, this is not very handy. Maybe it's easier to oh, this was super loose. So maybe it's easier to take it off, but then you'll have to like realign the hood and stuff. That's gonna be a pain. This spark plug was hardly in there. These actually look like they were recently replaced or something, but I already took it out. I might as well replace it, right? Seems like the right thing to do. Looks like it's a little, that looks about right, right? I don't know my spark plug. I got some new copper plus plugs from Champion. This is what they look like. Look very similar except for this top part, but these actually look fairly new. Looks like someone's probably done this before, but since I already took it out and these parts are cheap, I'll just put them in. Oh, I should get the... Always finger thread them in so you don't cross thread and strip them. I'm out here by myself without any equipment, so there's this one right here, and then there's this one right there, and then there's that one. Take the rest of the spark plugs out. You know how to do it. You know the drill. This side you need a bendy joint.
I have bendy joints.
I have a bendy joint too. My knees. Oh. But look, look at that. That wasn't even on there. It's like finger tight. And they're all like this. The last one's easy. It's out in the open like the first one. And then you take that out. And this one's also finger tight. Apparently this matches the car because it's blue.
Yes.
So
a blue car.
It's a blue car, but these are super blue, and it's not even that blue. All right.
Blue is blue, man.
Blue is blue. Dabu dee dabu da. Okay, one at a time. Place these, not get confused. Does this pull out this way, or is it not going to pull out either way? Because there's things in the way. Let's see. I can't do that with the new wire, though. It's a little rough. Rough.
Yeah, the new wire is thinner.
Is that this one?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Can you pull that through? Okay. I'm not going to put it in all the way yet. Pull all these things out and then rerun them. All right, these are the old spark plugs, which really don't look that bad. They look like they've definitely been replaced. I did the wires. I did the other wire to the coil there. I'm going to do the distributor cap and rotor after. I'm going to try to test run this first. Let's see, put that in. Oh man, it started up a lot better. Hello. Woof, 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 woof. Woof, 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 woof. Seems okay. I'm not doing a Rodrigo Cold Rev. It is warm, or it was warm. I drove here like this. Idle's a bit high. I guess it is reading cold, but it is definitely warm. To the cap and rotor. The old one, there are 2 screws, one on this side and one over here. They are Phillips head screwdrivers. I think you can use a flat head too, but I'm just gonna use a Phillips head. The whole cap should come off like that. It has some wear on it, but doesn't look too bad. Let's see, how does this one come out? That has a screw too. There's a little screw in the back here. Uh-oh. I don't think this is the same. Definitely not the same. Okay. Well, I guess I'm keeping this. Doesn't look that worn anyways. I guess I can put this back. Comparing these two, they kind of look the same. They're obviously not the same because this is probably a Nissan one and this is a standard part, standard brand. So this goes back over there just the same. I'm gonna screw it in, pop the wires in and see if it works. All right, never mind. With the screw holes aligned, this doesn't fit. It doesn't go over the top here. I guess I'm not replacing anything. They look like they're in decent shape anyways. Not completely worn out. I'll just leave it. So now we know not all Micra parts will fit. The JR80 intermotor rotor does not fit. The JH180 cap does not fit from standard. Oh, I don't need these anymore then. Oh no. This is the oil cap. It's like a rubber plug. You need a 14mm socket. Drain out all the oil. Put the drain plug back in. I'm using a MAL OC215. The oil filter's hiding back there behind the intake. You gotta like wedge in there and get it. I rested the filter on the axle and then cut up my arm taking it out. You can see the filter right there on the CV axle. These are obviously different sizes, but this is what I have on hand and it fits. You can see that the seals fit properly, it's just smaller. I found a better way to access it. I'm going to go behind the hoses and go around them from underneath. This works a lot better because you get more access. This is the new oil pressure sensor. They still sell these. These are obviously new with the new Nissan logo. And then this is where it is next to the oil filter. You have to unplug that one wire. You need a 27mm deep socket. I don't have one, so it's not going to work easily for me, but that's what this is. This is where I find out that it's too short. The ratchet end won't fit in the socket. I loosened it with an adjustable wrench. Now I'm just using the socket to turn it out. Screw the new one back in. I used some Teflon tape on the threads. That should seal it up nice. There's 5 quarts in here. I gotta go down to 2. It takes about 3 quarts to fill this guy up. Why? cooling fan is always on. The engine's so quiet now with some nice fresh oil in it. Look at that. Ow. The defrost is on? That never worked before. Oh, that's cool. I think most importantly, I'm happy the oil pressure sensor light's gone. Nice. Time to close the hood. There we go. I think I should go for a drive. Actually have decent roads around here. It's just out of the city. My foot is basically like 2.5, 3/4 throttle. No, this is actually all the way down. It's like 95% throttle. Just to kind of drive through here. I'm going about 80 kilometers, so I'm going like, what, 40, 45? It's a fun car. Quiet in here too, considering what it's doing. It's pretty high revving. It's a nice bubble for what it is. It's a funky little hatchback. That's not a hatchback. Let's take this. You know, I kind of don't even want to change the shocks just because how smooth it handles right now. But I feel like I need to do it just because it's too bouncy and it's a little bit unsafe to go over a bunch of bumps at speed. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. It's just a cool little classic car that I really like. I do wish I had a manual though, because this is brutal. I'm just happy not to see the oil pressure light anymore. Now, of the 4 Pike cars, the Nissan Pal, the B1, the Figaro, and the Escargot, I've driven 2 of them now. The B1, I've driven an automatic, and the Pal, I've driven a manual. Obviously, I like the manual one, but of the 2 that I've driven, I think I like the Pal more. I like the shape of the Pal more, like everything, like the dash is different. I like the exposed hinges, and just like that wagon look. This is more like a hatch. No, it's not, but it's different. This is cute too. I like this. I wish it had the canvas top. I think the canvas top would be perfect for a B1. And now that I'm driving this a little bit more, you know, this automatic transmission, it's not great, but it's not horrible. The Daihatsu Miravan one's still worse, much worse. Although that is a lot more underpowered than this, being a 663. This is a 1.4 liter. I mean, we're not really that much different, but this should have more power than the little 660s. Quality inside, everything is held up. Nothing's really faded. The only thing that's faded is like the wiper stock. I mean, most of these cars have faded wiper stocks, but everything else is still okay. I'm gonna pull these off, I think, just to see what they look like underneath. You can hear the slow tranny. So at least you can go into like first, second, and drive to control the 3 speeds that you need to have. Like, it'll at least drop you down to what you want. So it's not horrible, but drives perfectly fine, goes up to speed. Keeps up with traffic just fine. In third gear, you're revving about 35, just under 3,500 RPM to go about, what's that, 50 miles per hour? But look, still, no oil pressure light. I'm happy. I'm happy. How fast do you want to go when it's raining, right? You know what I noticed? I lost my speed beeper. That's great. In my longer drive here, where I just drove this around for about like an hour, I did learn a few tricks about driving this. So there are a few parts where, when I complained about the transmission not downshifting and stuff, so when you kind of like merge or try to pull up to an intersection and then have to go, but you don't come to a complete stop, like slowing down for a light and the light turns green, that kind of type of stuff, or even a yield sign, just floor it. The kickdown gear, like when you put the pedal all the way down, it pulls on the transmission, makes it kick down a gear, works fine. It's not fast, but it's acceptable. Thank you for watching, guys. Subscribe for more content like this. I have plenty of other cars to show you guys, a little maintenance and all kinds of little things that you need to do to these import cars that you buy. Ooh, that's a mouthful. I want to do the suspension on this. I at least have the rear shocks like on hand already. I might get to those, but I'm just gonna be driving the car. I might list it for sale. I don't know where I'm gonna. I gotta add up what I'm into here. I'm gonna probably start asking at 9,000, but maybe, you know, it is negotiable. So shoot me a message. My phone number's at the bottom. It's what? It's 848-420-6988. Send me a text. You can shoot me an email, ray@anythingwheel.com. It's all in the description below. I'll see you guys next time.